This is the studio tour of the Universal Studios in Hollywood, which we visited during our 6-day, 4,000-kilometer Seattle to San Diego and back 2023 Spring Break Road Trip.
2 giờ 30 rồi con. Nãy giờ đi mỏi chân chưa? Giờ định thay lúa. Nãy giờ thấy sao rồi con? Đi mệt chưa? No. Nè cái chỗ cái elevator ra hồi nãy hình như họ kia nói nè. Oh, never mind, maybe.
Anh cái anh lấy số kìa, Jam phải không? Jam hay thêm
Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon is bigger than Stephen Colbert. You know that? Like he's got way more views on YouTube, subscribers on YouTube. Yeah. I was really surprised. I thought Stephen Colbert would be bigger, but
giờ mình go down to
that's what I thought.
Studio, right?
Rồi đi con. Đi đâu vậy? Ba định quay phim ngược lại, Quy đi bên kia. Ê Quy, ba định quay phim ngược lại, nhìn ra không thấy con. Ok. Now you know why I say time is important here. Rồi cái chỗ vô đâu? Rồi đi ở đầu trước kìa. This. So now your first time experiences, now this is part of the territory, right? You come in your way in express, right? The express thing. Remember the express thing? I didn't expect that it's this crowded. Otherwise, I might have second thought on the express thing. Đông người quá. Không thôi mình mua vé express mình có thể mình vô sớm được, khỏi phải sắp hàng đợi 50 phút.
Can I have the rest of you guys come go all the way down and around? Yes, everybody. All the way down and around. Thank you.
Đây, bao nhiêu người dân đang đợi đây? Đợi vô 50 phút. Chuẩn bị đi ra sắp hàng hả? Đi đây nè.
Star per person. If you want to be in the same row, please stand in the same row of stars and look down at your feet. Make sure you're standing on a star. This includes children. Each star is for one person. Make sure you have your 3D glasses. You do not need to wear those glasses just yet. Please just hold on to them. And if you do not have a pair, raise your hand. We will get you a pair. Very quick.
Ba cầm kiếm không?
Ba cần cầm kiếm. Nãy giờ sắp hàng á, 50 phút giờ chuẩn bị sắp tới phiên mình rồi nè. Mấy người đi trước nè. Rồi, lên xe nè. Lên được xe. Okay, we're on the tram now.
Finally, get it.
Ông con ngồi đi. Con muốn?
Well, alongside of them, these are what we call sound stages. And this is where 80 to 90% of filming for movies and TV takes place. Now, these buildings are 98% soundproof and they have no windows. So they create a nice and controlled environment for filmmakers to utilize when building interior sets. Now, in the sound stages that we just passed, they just wrapped up filming season 2 of Grant Crew with Nicole Byers. And they just started releasing episodes of Grant Crew on NBC, so be on the lookout for that. And then season 2 of Bel Air also filmed in there. Now, Bel Air is the dramatic retelling of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. See that 90s sitcom we all know and love? This is just a dramatic twist on it. And that is on Peacock. Now, Peacock is our streaming service here at NBC Universal, but it's definitely not the only streaming service out there. There are so many popping up that actually television production is at all-time high here in Hollywood, and we've had to convert some of our older movie sound stages to become TV sound stages, and that's what happened to Soundstage 14 coming up on your left. Now, this is where they filmed movies for the majority of its career. We filmed the NASA Control Center for Apollo 13 in there.
Oh.
They built large-scale sets for Snow White and the Huntsman with Kristen Stewart, Chris Hemsworth. Private properties, if at any point you drop your phone and you just can't wait to use the restroom, hold that red cord and remain seated. Please, no smoking of any kind during our tour. Now, be prepared that our tour today features loud noises, sudden tram movements, fire effects, and many water effects. So you want to have your camera out for a good photo opportunity, but keep an eye on them so they don't get wet. Finally, for your safety and the safety of those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while on board. And just like that, we are headed down our Universal movie timeline. You can also see the tippity top of Super Nintendo World off to your right. And as we pass by this building, you're going to see a Super Mario Bros. Movie poster. And this is one of our newest movies coming out April 5th.
Core elements in Nintendo's game franchises lend themselves to become a really fun movie for audiences who have never even seen a game. The way we've approached this film is to make the film for fans. We've made a commitment to a film that really honors this incredible game. It's a great fun experience at the cinema.
It's going to be a fun time. Comes out tomorrow.
Oh, what? Does it?
All right, if this is a medical emergency, please pull that red emergency cord again.
Có người họ cần ngưng cái gì đó không
All right,
biết.
I'll be back to assist you. Give me one moment.
Cái dây đỏ này khi có medical emergency thì kéo nó.
Nhưng mà
Có cái sự cố, có một cái người du khách đó, họ bị cái gì đó, họ cần phải ngưng, họ kéo cái dây đỏ ở trên đó để có khẩn cấp.
Ủa sao mình thân vậy?
someone lost a shoe.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Someone lost a shoe.
Oh, có người bị rớt chiếc giày. Nice response.
I don't know.
Bé nó kìa.
Alrighty, we're headed back down this hill into our lot. A reminder that if you do drop anything, no problem at all. Just pull that red cord and hopefully we can retrieve that for you.
Cho em selfie nè.
Now, as you might have just saw, we passed a fire station on our way down here. That is because we are our very own city here at Universal. So that means that we have our own fire station, our own police substation, and we have our very own zip code. You are in the 91608. Woo woo. Now, even though we are a city, nobody actually lives here. The only permanent residents that we have are going to be our sound stages. And coming up on your left is the oldest sound stage still standing on the lot. Built in 1928, and here are some famous movies that filmed inside those walls. And then most recently, that was home to Hacks. Now, Hacks is a Universal Television production on a streaming service called HBO Max. And that's starring Emmy Award winner Gene Smart, and they're currently filming season 3 and some of our newest sound stages on the lot. So be on the lookout for that. Now here at Universal, we are a one-stop shop for all things film, meaning that we cover all 3 stages of the production process. So you might be like, Katie, I don't know anything about film or TV, so what are these 3 stages? Don't worry, I am here to tell you. That first stage of creating a TV show or a movie is going to be called pre-production. Now that is the planning stage of the project. So you're going to write it, and then you can do everything after that in-house here at Universal. So you can utilize our costume shops to get the costumes ready, utilize our props department to get the props. We have our mill over there on the left. They build all the set pieces. They will load them into the sound stages for you as well. We even have our own casting building called the Johnny Carson Building. That's supposed to be your favorite stars who audition for huge roles. And so we can do all of pre-production, all of the planning here at Universal. That is Denny Israel. Hello. You never know what stars you're going to see here on the lot. We also got Ted cheersing us as well. He's getting his very own series streaming on Peacock later this year. And Seth MacFarlane is returning as the iconic bear. He's going to be playing Ted. However, Seth MacFarlane is also going to be part of directing and producing the series, meaning that he's a part of all 3 stages of the production process. So he's going to be covering that pre-production, that second stage, which is production. That is the actual film part of the show. And then he's also going to be part of post-production, which is the editing of it all together. Johnson's production company, responsible for Young Rock on Peacock. Also produced Black Adam, the new DC movie. We got Mark Platt Productions. They're responsible for La La Land, the new Wicked movie starring Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, and they actually just released the release date for that. It's going to be November 27th, 2024, so get excited for that one.
Hitchcock has influenced every director. I saw Hitchcock once walking around the commissary.
Hitchcock had his bungalow on the lot.
Good evening. My name is Alfred Hitchcock. We ought to go a little mad sometime. You'll see the blood.
Nó biết nhà này hả? Cái này. Biết xây nhà đó đóng phim đó không? Nhà đóng phim không?
Now, Alfred Hitchcock's bungalow is Bungalow 5195 coming up on your left. And the horror legacy does live on, is right next door to that. We have Monkey Paw Productions. Now, that is Jordan Peele's production company. And they're responsible for films like Us and Nope. But I'm actually going to take you to the sets from Nope later on in the tour. If you've not seen that movie, though, I got a little trailer to get you excited.
What's up, Studio Tour? I'm Kiki Palmer from Jordan Peele's film, Nope. What's a bad miracle? Well, you'll have to see our movie to answer that one. Until then, I hope you enjoy your visit to Jupiter's Clay.
Did you see a UFO in that cloud?
Yeah. No.
I ain't never seen nothing like this.
No. Are you ready? Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
The blank space, and it saw a ceiling when in reality there was no ceiling on the building at all. Now after you're done with the filming process, in-house as well, here we have our editing bays on the lot, and in post-production is when you're going to add any CGI, which is computer-generated images, or visual effects. Now we use a lot of visual effects here at Universal because we are actually known as the Monster Movie Studio. We also do a one-stop shop for all things film. So our founder, Carl Laemmle, he wanted to create the strangest city in the world that was dedicated to all things film. So we can really do all 3 stages here. You never have to leave the lot to make your entire film. Now our last stop on our front lot tour are those 2 sound stages on your left. Now that's where they film Lopez versus Lopez. That is George Lopez's return to television with his daughter Maya Lopez. And that's actually filmed from a live studio audience. So Warriors, so those sets are closed right now because they have obstacle courses inside of them. And for American Ninja Warrior, they actually do night shoots. So that means that they film from around 7 p.m. to around 7 a.m. As long as it's dark outside, they're filming. And if you see these white tents coming up on your left, this is what we call a base camp for a production. That's where all the food is located. That's where all the stars hang out when they're not filming. That's where the trailers are for costuming, hair and makeup, all that fun stuff. Every set that's on our lot has to have a base camp, and that is the base camp for American Ninja Warrior. Alright, everybody get those 3D glasses ready as we are headed back to Skull Island for this next portion of our tour.
It's the original King Kong that made me believe in slide. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 when I was I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up the edge. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along. Okay, glasses on everybody. We're back at Skull Island.
Yeah, this is.
Now, what you just witnessed was
This is new.
16 projectors projecting on some of the largest 3D screens.
That was really good. I mean, for me.
180 feet wide. And that's at the Oscars for their work in Avatar 2. Also worked on the Hobbit trilogy and Avengers Endgame.
Like studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing concepts.
2015, like these Back to the Future 2 vehicles.
Oh, very so cool.
They can take us back to the Stone Age, like these Flintstone vehicles.
The Flintstone.
They can take us to Hogwarts, like the Ford Anglia from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Anybody who sees any UFOs, we could hop in the Fry's electronic vehicle from Nope. However, this tank from Transformers here in the end, this won't be taking us anywhere, as it's made of plywood. That is what we call movie magic. We can actually build our picture cards out of any material that we want, as long as they look good on camera. It doesn't really matter.
That's a good price.
So it's a lot cheaper for us to build the tank out of plywood. It's also a lot lighter for us to transport that from place to place. And it's a lot easier to destroy if it were to get attacked by a transformer, maybe stepped on by a dinosaur, which tends to happen a lot here, including this one.
That's when you went. That's when you went. They had the animatronic, huh? The King Kong talked about. I'm not sure. Okay.
We also have some dinosaurs for you in the cages on your right. Oh, those are empty. Oh no, don't panic. I'm sure that they're around here somewhere. Oh, I found them.
Found them. Someone. Monkey.
Oh, there's one on there. They're on both sides.
Now, the majority of Jurassic Park actually filmed in Hawaii, so not in an island off the coast of Costa Rica. However, they did get to do some filming for the second movie here on the lot. This scene from Jurassic Park The Lost World actually took place right here on our back lot, off the side of one of our parking structures. So what they did is they hung that mobile lab off the side of one of our parking structures, covered it with a tarp. But what really sold this as an island off the coast of Costa Rica was by adding that great gloomy sky and that rainfall. Now, by
they're gonna do the rain here.
It's called
This is classic.
effects. We can do that in two ways. We
Every
can do it
single
with visual
time.
effects
The water's
after
gonna come down here
The
with-
movie has been, shot and they're doing it in post-production, or we can do it practically by actually making it rain on the day of filming. So how do we make
The
it rain?
water's
in Southern
gonna come
California?
down
I'm
this
gonna show you
way.
a little weather demonstration off to your left in this area that we call Old Mexico. So we got these cool sprinkler systems. They're called rain rigs. And what they do is they shoot the water up in the air, and that way it falls down naturally and appears like it's actually raining on camera.
Họ đang làm mưa giả.
Now, if you see, it's raining pretty hard right now. This is as hard as it has to be raining to actually pick up those droplets on camera. But if you think this is a lot of water, you haven't seen anything yet. I can make it rain, but I can also make it flood.
No.
That is our flash flood effect. I actually grew up watching that all the time on my screen at home, as it was a part of one of my favorite movies as a kid. This is what it looks like on screen. Big fat liar with Frankie Muniz.
You can't outrun the wolf, kid!
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Why not? Hang on, funny
Oh, yeah, từ đó đó.
Don't worry, if you've seen the movie, he definitely deserved that. And I hope you're wearing cowboy boots because we are moseying on down into our western sets. We call this area 6 Points. Now, westerns were our bread and butter back in the day. We actually churned out over 200 westerns in our first year of production alone. Now, before the studio tour existed, they used to surround this area with risers, and people could pay 25 cents to see their favorite cowboys in action. They could cheer for the ones they liked and boo for the ones they didn't, because back then, movies didn't have sound, so they could make as much of a ruckus back here as they wanted to. Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. Now, off to your left are 3 brand new sound stages. Tucked in the back left corner, you'll see a little bit of a red wall. That is NBC's The Voice. And then Soundstage 33 is actually where I said that they filmed American Song Contest with Kelly Clarkson and Snoop Dogg, but they also filmed That's My Jam with my co-host Jimmy Fallon in there. And they filmed Nope in that soundstage. If you've seen the movie, it starts out with Daniel Kaluuya and Keke Palmer with a horse in a soundstage. That is Soundstage 33. And then as they're leaving the studio, they drive down this road, and you can see that water in the background. That is called Park Lake. And that body of water is great because it can become a body of water in any place that it needs to. So it became a body of water in the Amazon for Creature from the Black Lagoon. Spills for Desperate Housewives. It even became a body of water in the afterlife for NBC's The Good Place. That's the water where Eleanor pushes Chidi in the show. And speaking of The Good Place, looks like we're headed right towards it.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Cool. This location, the afterlife, come on. I have never ever seen this.
You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Well, maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome. That's right, this is the neighborhood for all 4 seasons of NBC's The Good Place. That shop with the blue doors, that was a yogurt shop. And coming up on your left, you're going to see a railway station that will not take you to the bad place nor the good place, but it will take you to the medium place. This was also Genovia for the Princess Diaries 2 royal engagement. Port Royale for Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. And coming up on your right, you're going to see the Court of Miracles. This square is known as the birthplace of the movie Monster. So from 1931 to 1950, Universal was known as the Monster Movie Studio. But over in that square is where they filmed classics like Dracula with Bela Lugosi, Frankenstein with Boris Karloff. Actually, watch out if you have an empty seat next to you on the tram, because I hear the Invisible Man likes to ride it sometimes. Okay, so...
The shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited and waited.
The shark worked well enough for a while there and give us a result. So I really owe the shark a lot.
Now, because the shark was such a diva when they were filming the movie, they actually went 100 days over the production schedule and had to push the release of the movie from 1974 to 1975. Now, back then they didn't think that a movie would do well if they released it in the summertime, but they had no choice and decided to release the movie Jaws in the summer of 1975 anyway. And they thought it was going to tank. However, it became the biggest hit of all time at that point in history. And Blue Box actually can't go inside of a facade. Another example of a facade is this pink house coming up on your left. But you'd never be able to tell that there's no interior to this house, just from the outside alone. So they're really good at pretending like they're real houses when there's no actual interior built. Now that is the overflow parking lot for my favorite place to sleep whenever I work the night shift. That's right, we got 12 rooms, 12 vacancies. Nice quiet little inn, except for the occasional scream that wakes me up in the middle of the night. This is the Bates Motel.
Cái này chỗ làm phim kinh dị.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Okay, nobody make any sudden movements. I hear Norman is a bit of a psycho.
Whoa, we saw you.
No, Norman. Norman, don't come near the tram. Don't give me that crazy smile. This here I refer to as Wilderness Road, but its actual real name is called Steven Spielberg Drive. And that connects our Jaws attraction to this set that we're driving through right now called War of the Worlds. This was a 2005 Steven Spielberg movie. And he used over 500 effects to bring this movie to life, which at that point in his career was the most amount of effects he'd ever used on a feature film. And this is one of the largest sets ever constructed next to the Titanic. Here to tell us more about it is Steven Spielberg and production designer Mr. Rick Carter.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around sea.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep your eyes on me. That's how now. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Got them closed? Robbie, get in. Get in.
747 that Steven Spielberg bought for the production. Now he bought it for just $60,000, which you might think, wow, that's quite cheap for an airplane, Katie. But it did sucked out of the airplanes by the aliens. Good job, guys. They were like, thank you. It was completely intentional.
A team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible mission and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Planet, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Jr. Carter. Over there, look into the winking lamp and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Share. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Well, a little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister Welcome to the Puffy Road.
Rồi giờ đi qua Jurassic World chơi. Jurassic World đi coi cái mấy con khủng long. Dưới đây nè, đi xuống đây.